how to make this work the way it's supposed to. I should be able to go live from my phone directly like this. But I had a problem with it before because I'm just using like the Streamlabs app because we're just trying to do something simple. And like right now it's not even showing. Oh, there it is. I need to know, hold on. Is it using this mic or not? Oh my god, it is. No way. That's so cool. Okay, so that's awesome. So something's working. So I didn't know that. This is why I never used the Streamlabs app for anything before, because you couldn't use the wireless mics. But now, apparently, with the update, when you shove the receiver in there, it actually does use the wireless mic, right? Hold on. I'm going to watch your headphones. All right, hold on. Watch your headphones. Yeah, cool. Well, that's good. So I kind of like just using the phone like this when we're doing these vertical things. But I also don't know, are we actually vertical? Like, I know we're vertical, but is it serving the stream vertical? I think it is. I don't have a phone on me. So when you guys are watching the live stream on your phone, is it showing up like a TikTok does, up and down, or do you have black bars on the side? I'm not talking about you guys on the computer, because on the computer, obviously, but that's what I need to know. It is up and down. Okay, good. Good, now a bunch of people can come in here and yell at me for doing it up and down. So I just wanted to go live for a little bit because goal. I see we're backwards. The stream is mirrored though. Shit. I want to go live because it looks like it's going to be dead for a little bit, but now all of a sudden it looks like if we look at the official calendar here. My 4-year-old got this for me. It's my official Marcus calendar. It's pretty badass, not gonna lie. That was my Christmas present from my 4-year-old. That's pretty cute. I think it's awesome. But anyway, so we are here. It looks like Monday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday is going to be snow up in Buffalo, Western New York, and I really don't want to go. I just want to get stuff done, and I got some other plans. So I'm trying to maybe make up for it by streaming other stuff. But it looks like maybe like Wednesday and Thursday, we could potentially have some days as well. Hold on. You guys probably don't even want to see February yet, do you? What is February? Oh, yeah. Every month, don't worry, every month I will show you guys the new calendar. But yeah, I do know that thing's on the TikTok shop if you want one. But I think they're pretty cool. It's like the best thing ever. So anyway, quick. What was I doing? I got some updates, I guess. Hold on, I gotta pin the pronouns. I don't. You're kidding me, right? Yeah, I don't do the whole pronouns thing. No, sorry. What do I look like? That's I don't mean to be that way. I probably just opened myself up for somebody to say I look like a girl, but yeah, we'll leave it like that. But anyway, I pinned the fundraiser in the description there, or the chat. So yeah, we're almost to 50%. Yeah, so the red lights back here. Dan sent us these, so thanks, Dan. But these work really well with those red bulbs. And I've been doing a lot of work in here at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Seriously, like I've gone back to my old schedule of basically being awake later well, staying awake later, but getting up later, like I used to when I was doing like ambulance stuff, and it was really nice. I'm more productive that way than if I get up early and go to bed at 8 o'clock. And the only way, I'll show, I gotta close this though, I got the terminal open, and you don't need to see that IP. But obviously, you know, if you look around, there's a lot of screens. So we've got the main one. This is a 4K 34-inch monitor. It's not curved because the curved really distorts, in my opinion. And then I run the MacBook Pro down here, and that's with a display port, so you get all the 4K. This one over here is just 1080. I just use that for chat or Discord or whatever, but I think I'm going to mount that vertically so you have a free-flowing chat monitor. But there's a lot of light in here, so what I'll do is I'll just turn down the brightness on this like that, and then it doesn't hurt your eyes in here. Red light is really, really good for your vision at night, so this is kind of how I keep from hurting my eyes. Plus, it looks kind of cool. I have another lamp. I just need to get more red bulbs because I need to put another lamp over there, but it works out pretty well. So I did it today. Forced upgrade, which kind of was, but I hate it too. I freaking hate it. This is the ugliest iPhone they've ever made, with the exception of the cat poop orange one. But I mean, look at this thing. But it is what it is. It's what we got. Yeah, so I did order pizza, and it's here. That was the title. But let's go out here. This is a mess right now. This is a mess. I'm working on it. I've just got stuff everywhere. But let me shut off the heat. I gotta show you this tripod too. That thing's freaking nuts. So, okay, a couple of things. So this is my 16 Pro Max. It looks, oh Jesus. Oh God, thank God. Oh God, I thought that was like my bank account or something on there. It's just NATOcast or something, but this is my 16 Pro Max. It's dirty. I'm cleaning. It's all smeared up. I'm cleaning it. It's in perfect shape. And this is my 17 Pro Max. Obviously, I know I put a case on it. I'm a hypocrite. But you can see how much nicer. This to me looks nicer than having this giant plateau. I got the blue one, but I did upgrade. So hold on a minute. But I tell you what, this is one of the Spigen cases, and this is freaking nice. Like, look how clicky this thing is. But I actually really do like this phone. It looks nice. The aluminum looks nice. It feels nice. It does feel like a better phone than the 16 Pro Max, which is all glass, but. It is what it is, and you'll notice up there at the top, look at that, primary phone line, T-Mobile, so I did it. And then I found this. So I've got a bunch of these iPad Airs for various things. And I found this because if you buy the Magic Keyboard from Apple, it's $250. And if you want to spend $250 on this, you might with the cost of the iPad and the Magic Keyboard, you might as well go buy a MacBook Air. This was like $50, and I ordered this a while ago, and I forgot I had it. But well, I actually have a couple of these. So every MacBook Air, every iPad Air, I'm going to put in this keyboard case, and it works really well for quick tasks. So it's just a good way to use the older ones that are just kind of sitting around. So that's kind of your update there. I'm definitely not willing to sell, no, because the second I sell something is exactly when I'm going to need it. But as you can see, stuff is happening. It's just me unboxing stuff, that's all. But I'm bringing back the camcorder so we have some nicer shots in the studio. I just got to get a battery, and I ordered the batteries today, but they sent me the wrong batteries, of course. But I got to show you this. This thing is incredible. So this is the new tripod, and this is not from TikTok Shop. A lot of people thought this was the one from the TikTok Shop. It's not. But I do, oh, wait a minute. Where is my other tripod that I used the other night? Oh, it's right there. I'm an idiot. Hello. I need to put you guys on a tripod. So I can show you my tripod. This is going to be the official SeeTheStorm.net Project Weather Eye tripod. And you'll see why in a second. Give me 1 second here. I gotta do this one-handed. I need a ride for the back of your SUV when you're doing weather, you get a better view. Honestly, man, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so I know we're kind of mirrored here, but this is so cool. So this thing is not super expensive, and I love Chinese camera shit, okay? Because like the newer, NEEWER, it's the newer TP63, Tripod 63. And if you were to buy this from, I can't even think, from one of the like real manufacturers, this would be a $400 tripod. I guarantee it. But this thing is so nice. It unscrews here so you can have a monopod, which I wouldn't do that. I would just buy your own. But look at this. So on windy ass days where you don't want it to get knocked over, you can widen the base and it's actually solid. So we got that going for us. So this is going to be really nice when we're doing our field projects and launches this summer. So like if we don't have a second person with somebody, we can, a one-man show can still do it pretty easily. You'll notice this thing's pretty tall. And you would be right, because this thing goes up to like damn near 9 feet tall. I mean, I'm 6 foot tall. So, okay, maybe 8 feet. But it's super tall, which is good because we can shoot over things. But what I really like about it, check this out. Oops. Oh, damn it, I did the wrong one. Look at that. So, we can do top-down shots. So like if we want to set up and work in the back of the truck and set up a balloon, it takes about 30 seconds to set this tripod up, and there you go. You can just clip the phone in there or the camera or whatever. And then if you actually want to use this when you're launching the damn thing, you can just go like that and then leave it like that. But it's probably going to be kind of windy out and stuff, so I kind of want to see what this is like with the wide-footed base. Because it's got a pretty low center of gravity in this configuration. So that's not going to blow over. But I mean, hell, even there, even there, you've still got a pretty good top down if you need it. So I like it. And you know what? It's probably not as good as one of the real brands, but I will tell you that this newer, it's spelled NEEWER, makes a lot of really good equipment for somewhat of a budget. I've got actually a lot of their stuff, like, no, that's a Joby. I've got a bunch of their stuff. I mean, I use them for a lot. They're really good. Oh, Jesus. But it's actually got a nice, the ball is fluid. It is an actual fluid ball, so that's pretty cool. So I think, what did I say, it was like $90? So I figure we can have one in here and then get one for each vehicle eventually would be the way to do it. I like that. This is good for what it is. Because I've got a bunch of these Eurigs. These are $20 on Amazon, or 25, and they are very nice for what they are. Like, they're solid, but they blow over. Just a gust of wind and this thing's blowing over. But with this squeezy phone clamp, it works really well with the little ball head on there. So this is usually what I use, but it's not super tall. I've got another little one here that this is just good for tabletops or whatever. It's a Joby, but again, falls over. So we need something that's a little bit more solid and stable, but not something that's heavy, cumbersome, and expensive. Because there's always a chance that it falls over and breaks, so. Oh, speaking of Amy, there's her Christmas card over there. Look at that. Let it snow. Oh yeah. But anyway, yeah, so that's the update. I have to put all this crap back together. I was so tired last night, I thought I was gonna die. I don't know why, what the hell happened, but it wasn't good. I was gonna show you guys something else, but I forgot. Yeah, so get this. So the batteries they sent me for that Sony camcorder. Here's the actual Sony battery. Right? Here's the replacement. It's smaller, but it's roughly the same capacity, which is fine. I needed the charger. I didn't really need batteries. I needed the charger. I couldn't find the charger. And I'm like, well, this package comes with 2 batteries and a charger. Perfect. Here's the charger they sent me. I don't see anything where that would plug into on this. Must plug into the camera, right? Of course not. That's not a round hole, that's a square hole. And we all know you can't make that work. Oh shit. Oh no, that's for the mic. Yeah, so there's nowhere to plug, so I don't know, so I get to send that back now. It's just freaking stupid. Just stupid. Anyway, let's go back in here. And then I got a bunch of Amazon shit that did get delivered, but it got delivered down there to unit number 1 because apparently 1 and 11 are very similar numbers, which I guess they kind of are. And because that got delivered to unit number 1, I got to go down there and see if it's still outside and then probably awkwardly take my package, which is just freaking great. But I did get some other cool stuff in here I can show you guys. Really working on making this like more of a content studio than just an office, if that makes sense. Is the mic still working? Hold on, I gotta see if we're still using that mic. Hang on. I think, right? Maybe. I think. Yeah, we are. So, I wonder if you guys are even going to be able to see this with the red. What I need to do is get a small light bar up here or something that, or a light ring, but I don't know. So anyway, this is an Orange Pi 5. And believe it or not, this is actually a video server. So I built this, and what it does is when we're in the field, so our field team, they can document what they're doing with their phones or whatever. They can upload to this, and this lives on our network. And the problem with... So everybody's got different phones, right? Android, this, that, GoPro. If I'm going to edit something really quick, or our editor is going to edit something really quick, we don't have time to transcode stuff because they're all going to be in different video formats. We need it to be in the same video format. And the problem is 4K video gets huge. But if we're just putting a clip together on social media at the end of the day to say, hey, this is what we did today, we don't need a 5-minute file is going to be 20 gigabytes. We can't have that. So everybody's getting a login, and they will be able to upload their videos and photos. This is the machine, and I know somebody's laughing. If Don's out there right now, he's probably like, Jesus Christ, this is what we fucking paid you for? But seriously, this will run it. These Rock chip GPUs on here, media process, well, it's technically an MPU, but still, media processing unit. This will transcode fine. This is perfectly great. So we have this one, and then another one that's basically going to act as a backup, so it's like a little cluster. And then I've got a 2 terabyte solid state drive that it's going to write to, and at the end of every day, it's going to actually back up to our DigitalOcean Spaces storage bucket. So now that kind of makes sense, it just didn't make sense for 6 of us or 7 of us in the field to go buy a big server. I mean, this is just fine. This Orange Pi 5 Plus works perfectly fine, especially with this heatsink. I have beat the shit out of it. It's fine. It's especially with something that's not mission critical. Now, kind of the whole point of this is somebody uploads to this and it stores it, whether it's in RAM or whatever, not RAM, but it stores it in a temporary folder. And what it does is once that upload is complete, so like I upload, oh shit. So like I upload from my phone, right? And then it goes to this, and then it sits on this box. And then as soon as it's uploaded to this puts it through the GPU, MPU, or whatever, and converts it into 720p, 30 FPS, 3000 kilobit per second video. So it's basically a low resolution video version of it, and then it deletes the full file. The reason for that is if I'm going to make, like, let's just say a Facebook reel, or a TikTok, YouTube reel, whatever, Twitter update, all I need is 720p, because 720p looks fine on a phone, and for social media because of compression and everything. That way I can go on, or our editor can go on at the end of the day and just say, hey, I need this file, this file, this file, and this file. Download it. It'll download fast because it's a small file, and they're all the same format. There's no compatibility issues. You don't have to import things, transcode things, any of that crap. It just works. And it also works cool because we've got a system, and I can show you. I have to go plug it in. But we can actually tag videos, like tag them as tornado, wall cloud, etc. And I've actually got an open source AI running on it. I know I hate AI, but I've got an open source AI running on it that is being trained off of what we tag things as, and will flag things like hail, tornado, weather balloon launch, stuff like that for us as we go. Now, when we're trying to do our documentary or web series or any sort of good video, we obviously still need the raw original full-size file off of the user or the uploader's device. So we tell our staff to still retain them. But it wouldn't make any sense for us to tell them that they have to convert them to 720p and stuff like that. Just wouldn't make sense. So that really works. That works very well. What do I do for a NAS? So that's actually just a 2 terabyte hard drive that's not plugged into it right now. And we just use the USB 3.0, 2 terabyte solid state drive, I should say. The only reason that we run it through the USB is because we're only pushing like one file across at a time, and these are small files. It's fine for what we're doing. At the end of every day, they get pushed to the I don't know, storage bucket that we use with DigitalOcean. We have a NAS, whatever you guys want to call it, on site in the rack over there with several solid state drives and a couple hard drives. I am going to do a video on it though. But that's what we use for that, just because this is more of like it is mission critical, but it's not. It's hard to describe. That's actually a good question. And that's going to be a video too. Because there's a lot you can get into with that. And you are just proof that there's people that actually do have an interest in knowing about that. So let me open up. I don't know what the IP address is on that box. I don't know. Wait a minute. I might have hold on. I might have Cloudflare on it. I use the Cloudflare Zero Trust for logins, the tunnel. I don't know if any of you guys use that, but it's easier for me to, instead of building an authentication thing and then worry about getting hacked and then people's data getting used, I go on Cloudflare and do a zero trust thing where you either add their usernames, emails, whatever, and I think you can even do it with their API. But because it's just like a couple of people, I just manually add them, or I just have it so it always works for at wxeye.org, like staff email addresses. So they go to the website, the subdomain, whatever it is, and then it prompts them to put in their email. They put in their email. If the email is found in the system, then it sends a code, like a one-time password, like a 6-digit code to that email, and then they put the code in, and then it lets them in. I find that to be the easiest for getting onto something like that. Just because I don't want to have to build all this stuff and then have, attack surfaces and all that for something small like this. But I don't remember what the damn domain is, so I gotta go in here and look. I don't remember what the hell the domain is. I mean, I know I had to do it. So it is set up, but I don't think I've got the emails added yet. Maybe. I'm just going to get the damn local IP. And just go on to it that way. Hold on, let me get into the network router here and pull it. Oh, I don't suppose I named it either, did I? Or gave it an alias. Network device, that's probably the Ring doorbell camera. Transcoder right there, 192.168.0.248. Oh shit, I need the port. What the hell do you think my port is? It's probably not 8080, is it? Oh, but damn, look at that. It is 8080. How original. That's also what's nice about that Cloudflare tunnel, is I don't need to do ports. So here's what it looks like when they go in. So staff in, just so they type in their name, they put in their city, and when you, for state, it's not doing, whoops. It's supposed to auto-populate, but you can do set to current time. So this is the time captured. Put in some notes, and then let me make sure this isn't anything you shouldn't see. Okay, so let's just use a random video like the screen sting right here. They click upload, and they hit push to base, because I thought that sounded cooler than upload. And they'll get a progress bar, and then it just redirected me to staff because I'm on the local network. All right, so because I'm on the local network, it doesn't, so it uploads, but they get a progress bar or whatever. You get the gist. And then it goes into this this dashboard, which I can't view because I've got it shut off, so you have to look at it through the DNS. That's right. But regardless, we can go in at the end of the day and it sorts all those. That way we've just got something to make quick clips off of. So I built that. That didn't exist. We could use like a Dropbox. So this is basically like Dropbox, but it's got a transcoder built into it. And it's free. So we've got 8 gigabit internet here, up and down. And if we need more, they'll put a second fiber line in. So I'm not worried about it. I mean, I don't even know how you would saturate 8 gigabit. But anyway, yeah, so we are up to $12,330 in the GoFundMe, which is pretty cool. We are like almost at 50%. Oops, hold on. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 5, 5, 0. Hold on. 12,330, 25,000. So we're at 49.32% of our goal. So we're definitely almost there. I might be one of the most intelligent weather chasers. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know if you knew this, but I was going to be nominated for Stormchaser of the Year, but then Eric Fox disqualified me because I was a smartass to him. I'm watching you, Eric. Don't like you, Eric. But anyway, yeah, seriously, they got pissed. He got pissed at me because I wasn't even a smart ass. I just said that I don't think that a popularity contest is a good thing right now, especially with so many people having like mental health problems from social media. My suggestion was, instead of doing a popularity contest, maybe instead of doing the Stormchaser of the year, maybe you should just like recognize like one of the like new storm chasers or something and be like, hey, if you started being a storm chaser in the past year, submit your best photo and we're going to pick the best photo or something. I make it based on skill. Because like I'm not one of these soft people. I don't like this mental health argument all the time, because there is a valid time and a place for that. It's overused, but there's a lot of people, because I've been there, that are trying to be content creators, and some of them are trying to be storm chasers, and it's really, really hard for them because nobody looks at them. They're too busy looking at the people that are out there screaming and running around like idiots. And I think it's just shitty that nobody pays attention to any of these like good people or newer people. So I got disqualified. Sorry. I personally think if people are participating in that, there is something wrong. But I just don't. It's really sad. You guys remember Adam Lucio and Chelsea? Remember Adam hates me and Chelsea with the whole hydroplaning thing? Yeah, so we actually have to be on their team for a minute here, because Adam and Chelsea are both speaking out that it is a stupid thing. So I hate this is how genuine I am when it comes to this crap. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and I completely agree. So Adam and Chelsea, if you're watching this, just want to make that clear. We're on the same team here. But I couldn't believe it. I opened up Facebook and there was Chelsea and Adam freaking ripping Eric a new one. I'm just like, huh, well, I'll be damned. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, they bullied Eric into putting Gizmo on there, which I think was pretty smart. But if they want to here's the deal. If they want to give that Storm Chaser of the Year award to somebody, you know who it actually needs to go to? Because out of that whole list, there is one person on there, one person on that whole list that actually does something different than the others. And it's Reed. Yeah, you could argue that Reed is a pretty genuinely good friend of mine, but he's the only one on that list that does anything different than anybody else. I understand that he gets a little hyped up, but that's his personality. He does science. He's trying to invest the money that his viewers give him back into science. He runs his own brand. Doesn't give a shit what anybody thinks of him. Just saying, that's who I'd vote for, because he's the only one on that list. Hate me if you want for saying it. He's the only one on that list that doesn't run around with somebody's nose up someone else's butt and actually does their own damn thing. And I'm really trying to say this and be politically correct, but he's the only one on there that does something different. Everybody else is basically a carbon copy of another person. I will actually be completely honest with you. It's not an act. Reed is just very intense. What you see on camera is very true. None of that's an act. I can promise that. He's very genuine, which is good. Yeah, I don't take it seriously either. I just think it's kind of funny. It's like, whatever. But anyway, I didn't get canceled for that. Interesting. Usually somebody's yelling at me that I'm canceled by now, but I appreciate the compliment about helping people. I appreciate that. There's a lot of people that are in this industry that do that. You just don't notice them because they don't go and make a video about it and tweet about it, or tweet about it rather. All right. What's our topic here? What are we doing here? Hold on. Shit. Oh, speaking of Scott, So what I was thinking, and I'll tell you, I think we're going to build Scott something to stream with on one of our next live streams. Probably not going to be this week, but I think the next coming week. We're going to take one of those Orange Pi 5s, and we're going to figure out some sort of a camera. I really want to use something that's HDMI, so it's simple, and then we're going to use a small project enclosure so we can build a small self-enclosed unit that's going to have like cellular and all that in it. But we're going to use one of those Orange Pi 5s, I think, because I've got a bunch of old DJI Action 4s. And I think we're going to use HDMI out and go into a box like that streams and has a little push to start button on it. So that's going to be an interesting live stream. I'm going to try to build something. I've been looking for a reason to build something like that. I thought about using a USB camera, but those DJIs are a hell of a lot better. So I don't know exactly how we're going to do it, but I think it's going to be a cool live stream. It's going to be kind of fun. That's the kind of stuff that I like doing. Building kind of custom stuff like that. So like if we take a box and then we take 2 USB modems, which we have plenty of, you put like AT&T and Verizon in one or whatever, or provide your own SIMs or whatever, and then you've got Wi-Fi as well. So you could have like 3 connections on there if you needed to. But I'll be honest with you guys, if you've got AT&T and Verizon or T-Mobile and Verizon, you're going to be able to stream pretty much everywhere. There's still going to be dead zones, but the Starlink is not as important as a lot of people think. It's really not. Boy, do I love pizza. Cool, man. Good to hear. I don't even know what to say to that, but cool. Ashley St. Clair, the mother of Elon Musk's children, sued XAI on Wednesday, alleging that the AI chatbot sexually explicit deepfake images of her son without consent. Of course she did, because it's his ex-girlfriend, so of course she's going to sue him. I just refreshed Facebook. So yeah, I was this close to the iPhone Air, which if I add a line to T-Mobile, it's free. I might, god damn it. But the thing is, I don't need it. So I buy this from Apple Store, but my T-Mobile account, they'll give me one for free, but it says a bill credit, but I don't really need it, because then it would be locked to T-Mobile, and I don't know if I want it locked to T-Mobile, because running them unlocked, you can put it on any network. But yeah, I got the blue because the orange, I like the orange, but everybody went and got the orange, so it's not unique. And that's kind of what I liked about it, was unique. And now everybody's out of stock of the silver, so couldn't get the silver. Carrie's in here. Scott, you got the orange one? I want to know your opinion on it. Is it too much? I mean, I think it's cool. It's just everybody went and got it, and I feel like I want to be different. I'm just pissed. Like, I like the blue, and I know you can't tell with the red light right now. I do like the blue. It's just, I don't know. I tell you what, though, the aluminum on it is nice, but it scratches so hard, so I had to put a case on it. But I've always used, like, the only case that I have ever run since, like, 2015 has been the Spigen cases. And I really, because they're very thin and lightweight, so that's what I'm running, and I do like it, honestly. I like the phone. I think it's a little ugly with this camera hump. It's just the way it is, but like the phone itself feels nicer. And I don't think I'm going to put a glass thing on it because, first of all, this is anti-glare. It really is. Like, it's not compared to the old ones. But the new Gorilla Glass on here, they don't even show the light scratches because, like, sometimes when you look at them like this, you'll see light scratches. People are reporting that they're not. So, and yeah, I've actually been getting speed test on T-Mobile. I'm gonna run a speed test right now. I'm gonna cover the top here just in case somebody texts me with like a credit card number or something. So there you go. You can see we're on 5G. We are not on Wi-Fi, but look at that. It's T-Mobile it's backwards. Inside a double wall metal building. Look at that, 100 megabit per second. That's exactly why I covered the top. 130 something megabits per second. I know we're mirrored. I got to unmirror it. And look at that. We're at what, about 10 for an upload? So yeah, 158 down and 11 up. That's on 5G T-Mobile in a metal building. If I grab my AT&T and Verizon, you know what I get here? Like 2. Yes, I know that the signal is going to matter. We could be closer to a T-Mobile site, whatever, but it just kind of proves my point that I've always had better quality of service with T-Mobile. But anyway, here's the case, which it's really minimal, but it's nice, it's clicky, it's high quality. But I've always run these when I do run a case, so that's what I got. But I tell you what, this thing feels way nicer than the old ones. The aluminum, I see why I don't like that they switched to aluminum. I liked the glass back, but I do see why they switched. Like this does feel a lot nicer, and it's not so sharp in your hand. Like this is a very nice feeling phone. I just wish they would have done something different with the plateau. Like I don't like that the LiDAR sensor and the LED are way over here. I wish they would have put them by the camera. It just looks, to me, that looks cheap. I don't like it. But other than that, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Oh, the OtterBox ones. Yeah. Yeah, the freaking OtterBox cases are really expensive. Yeah, T-Mobile is very fast. Very fast. AT&T is good. The problem that I have with AT&T is it is spotty. It's not, they definitely prioritized coverage over speed, which is fine. But the problem is Verizon and T-Mobile are now meeting or exceeding AT&T. And now AT&T is going to have to start getting better speeds or they're going to be behind because T-Mobile covers damn near everything AT&T does. Yeah, so don't run those speed tests on like an MVNO. Visible is a good one, is a good MVNO. They use Verizon. That's actually a really good one, but you're not going to get as good of speeds. Visible, $25 a month. It's unlimited LTE on Verizon. You can't beat it. You really can't. Straight Talk is junk. Straight Talk needs to get shot. Because they're even more expensive than Visible, and Visible is actually owned by Verizon. Verizon's $25 a month. You can get US Mobile. US Mobile will give you 100 gigabytes of full speed data, like 50 gigabytes of hotspot, whatever, for $22.50 a month. Or if you spend $44.50 or whatever it is a month, you get unthrottled, unlimited, however much you can use, and up to 300 gigabytes hotspot. The T-Mobile plan is like $80 a month for unlimited data and non-throttled, but if you do those MVNOs, a lot of times, even if you're not deprioritized, you're still deprioritized, it seems like. Plus, you can't roam. which is important, but like my straight AT&T and my straight Verizon phone out there, they just, like, the fastest speed I've seen on Verizon was about 200 down and like 60 up. Verizon's got a good network. They're just not... T-Mobile, I feel like you get more throughput on T-Mobile. Yeah, Spectrum Mobile, never again. Don't even get me started. I hate Spectrum. So... yeah, those speed tests take a lot of data. So if I run a speed test on the server out there, which is plugged into that 10 gig Ethernet port, so we're getting the full 8 gigs on it. Well, no, we're not. 2.5. I need to upgrade the NIC. So the interface card in that is only a 2.5, and I can't upgrade it, and I need to upgrade it. So we max at 2.5, but we get it. But it takes like 12 to 13 gigabytes of data just to run one speed test on there at that speed. So like the speed tests usually use a proportional amount of data. Like if you've got a fast network, it's pulling a bunch of data. Basically as much as it can, as fast as it can. And yeah, you can run up a lot on that. Straight Talk is junk because it's deprioritized. You can't roam. God forbid you try to call 911 on it. Seriously. If you are... The thing with Straight Talk is them and like Mint and Cricket and all those shit MVNOs. If you're off network, you're off network. It doesn't matter. Like, for example, like Mint. They're tied to... Mint is T-Mobile, right? No, I'm thinking of Cricket. Cricket is AT&T. But I know for a fact, if you are not attached to an AT&T tower, you will not even show service. You won't anything. It will not associate with anything but an AT&T signal. Doesn't matter if there's a Verizon tower a half a mile away. You're still not calling 911. No phone, no text, no roaming, no nothing. Straight Talk is very similar to that. They're very deprioritized and they suck. The customer service is shit. The plans are stupid. I hate them with a passion. You guys hit it. There's like 5 people talking about Straight Talk. So I gotta prove a point. So if I go to straighttalk.com, I go to plans and go to wireless phone. The cheapest plan that they have is $45 Silver Unlimited. 10 gigabyte hotspot, who cares? Unlimited talk, text, and data. But if we click on the facts, typical upload speed, 6 megabits per second. Typical download speed, 13 megabits per second. Something's throttled. And it looks like they slow you down after 25 gigabytes. So after like 25 gigabytes, you're getting throttled down to what, 650K? Yeah, 650 kilobit. Like that's basically, you might as well have dial-up. That's why I hate this company, because they lie. And for $45, what's stupid? So $45 for Visible, or for Straight Talk. So if you go to Visible, which is from Verizon, if you go to Visible, visible.com, Visible, look at that. They're running a program right now. $19 a month for 26 months. So they're running a special, not a sponsor. $19 a month for 26 months. You know what that gets you? Let me just make sure they didn't change it. And this is Verizon, the full Verizon network, like the biggest network in the country. So for $19 a month, you get unlimited 5G and 4G, which is whatever. Unlimited mobile hotspot. It is slowed, but it is unlimited. But let me look at the fact label here. Yeah, it is not throttled. They do not throttle it, period. So for $19 a month, you can get literally purely unlimited anywhere that there is a Verizon signal. It is deprioritized. Most people aren't going to notice. But for $19 a month, or you can go to these other companies, Cricket, Mint, Straight Talk, and pay $35, $40, $50 for junk. You can get Visible Plus now, which actually gives you prioritized data. You can also go to like US Mobile, which is a really good MVNO that works with all the carriers. Actually, they're good. $25 a month. So $25 a month gets you, if you pay yearly, it's even cheaper. But $25 a month monthly gets you unlimited high-speed data. So if you choose the Verizon and the T-Mobile network, the Verizon or the T-Mobile network, so you get to pick your network that you're carried on. If you choose Verizon or T-Mobile, you get 70 gigabytes of data, and then they slow you down. So it's basically a 70 gig plan. If you choose the AT&T flavor, it's totally unlimited. They do not throttle it. Now, if you go and you spend $35 a month on unlimited premium, you get 200 gigabytes of hotspot before they slow you down. You get a second line. So what you can do is you can pick AT&T and Verizon and run dual SIMs on your phone and flip-flop between them for whoever's got the best service. So if you're in an AT&T hole, you can use Verizon, whatever, vice versa. But what's nice about this is you can do an add-on. I think it's $5 a month. Let me see here. Oh, no, it's included now. So it's included. So it's actually QCI 7 data. And let me ask Grok. Here. Is QC 7 cell data good? I think QC 7 is just standard. Okay, yeah, so QCI 7 on AT&T Verizon is higher priority. So you're getting a very similar priority. You're not throttled because a lot of these prepaid plans are like QC 9, which is like you're like 2 steps down. Like you are the last person in line to get your data through. So I don't know, just there's options out there. I hate these predatory cell phone companies with a passion. Like I hate them. That's just my 2 cents. I want to take them out. But I think, in my opinion, the only good like MVNOs that are out there are US Mobile and Visible. Visible actually is really good. I actually use Visible on a couple of our spare phones that we use for streaming, like just quick get out of the car phones because it's cheap. And they don't get used much anyway, but anyway, guys, I'm probably gonna get out of here. Yeah, my microphone receiver battery is about to die on this, so I'll probably get out of here. We had a nice chat about cell phones and some other stuff, so that was kind of fun. But just a reminder, folks, if you are trying to get in on the project Weather Eye GoFundMe for our weather balloons and what have you, we are almost to 50%. I have to do math. 500 minus 12322. So we are $170. We are $170 short of 50%. That means we've gotten 50% of our goal in basically exactly 3 months. If we keep up this pace, let's see, February, March, we should be able to get to 100% of our goal by the beginning of April. I'm hoping. We really need to. But I appreciate everybody with your super chats and everything. Yeah, the pizza. So I actually was going to eat the pizza, but I'm not hungry now, so I'm just going to wait to eat it. But they delivered the pizza like 2 minutes before the stream. But this actually works out really well, just when we don't want to do a full production, just going live like this. It's good to do these vertical live streams because this is kind of how we get new followers. We get a lot of new followers. We don't get a lot of views, but we get a lot of new subscribers from people scrolling through. Did you see your question? Probably not. Yeah, T-Mobile. Yeah, a lot of T-Mobile's good. They used to be junk, but they're pretty good now. Oh, here's a comment that got filtered. Always talking about eating healthy, and you're sitting there putting that garbage in your body. I don't think that had ill intent. That was probably sarcasm, but I'm guessing you're talking about this. All right, so in here we got 80 calories and 11% of my daily sugar. I don't know. I'm sure the king of healthcare is probably tells me this causes autism too, but I ain't dead yet. I don't drink much soda. This is Mountain Dew, the Kickstart stuff. This is going to sound ridiculous, but this, if I want something that's actually going to help keep me awake, this is usually what I drink because it's not like those nasty energy drinks. It's just Mountain Dew with like more caffeine in it. I don't drink a lot of that. I'm going to die someday anyway. Asking about the balloon on Sandhub and Raj. Oh, the one that went over Indiana. Yeah, I would have no idea where it is. I mean, they don't fall straight down because, you know, as it's falling down, the wind's pushing it. So, you know, if you lose contact with it at 20,000 feet, you've still got 20,000 feet where it could be drifting. So, yeah, I'd have no idea where the hell that thing would have been. Beats the hell out of me. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to go, somebody just pulled in. I thought they were at the door, but I'm going to go get this plugged in and charged, and I'll have an update for you guys here on like Facebook or something in the morning with what the plan is. So thanks for watching, and I will be back later some point.